The Right to Information Act 2005. Introduction. The Right to Information Act 2005 has been enacted by the Parliament and has come into force from 15 June 2005. This act provides for right to information for citizens to secure access to information under the control of public authorities in order to promote transparency and accountability in the working of every public authority. Right to information mean, subject to the provision of this act, all citizens have right to information. This right to information includes the right to 1. Inspect works, documents, records. 2. Take notes, extracts, or certified. 3. Take certified samples of material. 4. Obtain information in form of printouts, diskettes, floppies, tapes, videocassettes or in any other electronic mode or through printouts. What does public authority mean? It means any authority or body or institution of self-government established or constituted, A by or under the Constitution, example, the President, Governor, Parliament, etc., B by any other law made by Parliament, example, RBI, Central University, etc. C by any other law made by state legislature, X, state university, state commissions, etc. D by notification issued or order made by the appropriate government. And includes any body owned, controlled, or substantially financed, such as public schools, government-aided schools, government hospitals, state public health societies, etc. 2. Non-government organizations substantially financed directly or indirectly by appropriate government. What are the obligations of public authorities? Every public authority under the Act has been entrusted with a duty to maintain records and publish manuals, rules, regulation, instructions, etc. in its possession as prescribed under the Right to Information Act. Every public authority has to publish within 120 days of the enactment of this Act. The information must be in such a form and manner which is easily accessible to the public. Designation of Public Information Officer. Public information officers are officers designated by the public authorities in all administrative units or officers under it to provide information under the Act. Every central public information officer or state public information officer, as the case may be, or shall deal with requests from persons seeking information and render reasonable assistance to the person seeking such information. How do you request for information? A person can request information in writing or through electronic means in English, Hindi or in the official language of the area in which the application is being made, along with the prescribed application fee, S.6.1. The application can be made to the Central Public Information Officer, State Public Information Officer, Central Assistant Public Information Officer, or State Assistant Public Officer depending on the case. Disposal of request or time period to get information. Center Public Information Officer and State Public Information Officer have to supply the information or dispose of right to information application, as expeditiously as the date of receipt of application by him under RTI. If information sought concern the life of liberty of a person, it shall be supplied within 48 hours. In case the application is sent to the Assistant Public Information Officer or it is sent to a wrong public authority, then in that case 5 days shall be added to the period of 30 days or 48 hours. Exemption from disclosure of information. As per Section 8(1), notwithstanding anything contained in this Act, there shall be no obligation to give any citizen, a, information, disclosure of which would prejudicially affect the sovereignty and integrity of India, the security, strategic, scientific or economic interests of the state, relation with foreign state or lead to incitement of an offense, b. Information which has been expressly forbidden to be published by any court of law or tribunal or the disclosure of which may constitute contempt of court, grounds for rejection to access in certain cases. Without prejudice to the provisions of Section 8, a Central Public Information Officer or a State Public Information Officer, as the case may be, may reject a request for information where such a request for providing access would involve an infringement of copyright subsisting in a person other than the state. Importance of the Right to Information Act. This law empowers people to ask for information about central, state governments including non-governmental organizations which are substantially funded by the government. The law gives citizens of India the tools to fight against corruption. RTI gives people the right to hold the government and organizations substantially funded by the government accountable. The Right to Information Act gives citizens the right to ask for information and decide, based on the information received, whether their constitutional rights have been met. This law arms individuals with information so that they can advocate for themselves. Thank you for watching. If you like the information, then share this video with your friends. Please support us by subscribe our YouTube channel and do not forget to like the video. If anyone have any problem related to any topic, then they can tell us in comments section below.